My negative thought was that I shouldn't keep this YouTube idea. I should just get a job like everyone else. But my voice of truth said, I'm not like everyone else. I have a different plan. I have something that I want to do and I like to do, so I should just do it. And yeah.
I shaded that.
Okay, so one of my negative thoughts was, it's too late to turn back. Like, I should just forget about like trying to change and just go with the flow because it's already too late. But the reality of the thought that I was feeling was, I don't really feel like doing better. I feel like nobody's gonna notice. But I realize now that when you do better, like people are always when I do better, people are always gonna notice. And even if it's like a little change that I make, it's always gonna be recognized.
It's gonna be recognized. Okay. Go on.
One negative thought was, when am I ever going to get my life together? And the voice of truth told me that my life is pretty together, but I have to realize that I'm still young and like I have other things going on.
Okay. Thank you.
My negative thought was, I'm getting too old to not have ... accomplished. And my voice of truth is, I do exactly what I want, and following my intuition always leads me in the right direction.
Following intuition.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So, would you guys say that the voices of truth? What would you say about the voices of truth? What's
I need to listen to them more often.
You need to listen to them more often.
Yeah.
What else?
And really, if I clear my head, they ring truer than anything else, because a lot of the times my negative self thoughts kind of like stay here. Like, I have to keep telling this story to see that, oh, I'm not doing this. Like, I have to remind myself of the negative. But when I tell myself the truth, like, it's here in the real world. Like, I never have to remind myself, oh, you're doing good or you're doing good. There's always something.
Kind of more natural.
Yeah, it's more natural, and there's always something in the physical that shows me, yeah, you're on the right path, you're doing fine. Stick to that, believe that, you know?
What do you think about the voice of truth? What do you notice about it?
It's like your inner self, like telling you where you need to go. A lot of people, we don't listen to it because it's like you kind of ignore it. You don't hear it that often, but it's always there, and it's always there to push you to wherever you're supposed to go.
Okay. So can you say that whole thing in I? So it's like my inner voice telling me?
My inner voice is telling me where I should go. I don't always listen to it, but I know it's always there, and it's always going to tell me where I should go.
Any other thoughts about the voice of truth?
I think that the voice of truth, I think this year was louder than the negative voice, because I had a lot of people telling me that I was on the right path. So it was like a reassurance that, okay, you're doing good, just keep listening. And so like the negative thoughts kind of got like pushed away, and the voice of truth was like louder, and I was like, all right, I got this.
Excellent. And one thing I noticed about the voice of truth is that sometimes when I can't get in touch with it, because it is my inner self, I believe, but sometimes when I can't get in touch with it, it'll come up in someone else. Someone maybe I trust or love, someone will say something that just reminds me, yeah, that's my truth, Gina. Okay, you know. So it's there for us. We just have to allow ourselves to stop complaining about the other stuff so we can hear. So sometimes we just have to listen and be still and be willing to forgive ourselves if we need to forgive ourselves for things that we feel we did wrong. Once we forgive ourselves, we make room for positive, for someone to come up to you and give you a compliment, or makes room for the positive voices to be heard.